The second season of the Esther and 2 series has been sponsored by Dr. and Mrs. Adam Ohayon in memory of Avraham Shlomo ben Yosef Amram and Yosef Amram ben Avraham Shlomo Zichronam Livracha. Part 8. The Midrash writes, none of Haman's advisors knew how to advise him like his wife Zeresh. Haman had 365 advisors, corresponding to the days of the year. Zeresh said, if this person Mordechai is from the Jewish nation, you won't be able to defeat him unless you use wisdom. You must use an approach that which was never used on this nation before. If you throw him into a furnace, it won't work, as Hananiah and his friends were already saved from a furnace. If you throw him into a den of lions, it won't work. Daniel was saved from such a situation. If you put him in jail, it won't work, as Yosef was liberated from jail. If you put him in a copper pot and light a fire underneath it, it won't work, as Menashe prayed to Hashem and was saved from exactly that situation. If you will exile him into the desert, it won't work, as his ancestors were fruitful and multiplied in the desert. They were tested many times, and they passed all those tests. Even if you blind him, it won't work, as Shimshon killed many Plishtim when he was blinded. Rather, hang him, because we don't know of anyone from this nation that was saved from hanging. Vayitava davar b'nei Haman vayas ha'etz. The idea was good in Haman's eyes, and he made the gallows. This midrash is difficult to understand, because Hashem can obviously save Mordechai from the gallows, just as Hashem saved the Jews from fire, desert, imprisonment, and all other kinds of dangers. The Grad de Kala in Parashat Ekev explains that when people speak about a miracle that happened in the past, it draws down the well springs of that miracle, and that causes the miracle to happen again in the present. Zeresh realized that if they tried to drown Mordechai, the Jews would study the parasha of Kiryat Yamsuf, the splitting of the sea, and Mordechai would be saved. If they tried to burn him in a furnace, the Jews would study the story of Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, who were saved from the furnace, as stated in Sefer Daniel, and that would draw down the miracle again. Therefore, Zeresh advised that they attack Mordechai in a means that Hashem hadn't yet shown a miracle. The Jewish nation could not bring on a miracle by studying about it. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu made a new miracle for Mordechai and saved him in the Jewish nation. Therefore, when we read the Megillah, this indeed brings the miracles down again, and similar miracles happen in our generation. Rabbi Yoshua Belz Zecher Tzadik Livracha taught that all Yamim Tovim are Zecher L'Siyat Mitzrayim, a commemoration of what happened in the past in Egypt. But about Purim it writes, V'Yamim Ha'ele Nizkarim V'Na'asim. These days are remembered and they happen. It isn't only a commemoration, but rather by reading the Megillah, V'Na'asim, the miracles happen again. Every year there is a V'Nahafochu. Hashem saves us from cruel decrees, just as it happened in those days. Bnei Saschar writes, V'nireh li, v'nitzolim bekol shana al yedei Kiryat Megillah u'tzedakah, that they are saved every year by reading the Megillah with their matanot la'evyonim. The stories and the names of the Reshaim differ in each generation, but the salvations repeat themselves every year. We are saved in the merit of the miracles that happened in the days of Mordechai and Esther, which we read about and celebrate today. Tune in for part 9 coming shortly. To hear the first season of Esther and 2, check out our website at findingholiness.com.